Philippine Ports Authority or PPA General Manager Jay Santiago asked shipping line owners to offer free food and water to stranded passengers in ferries due to the delay, long queues of lines, and bad weather conditions reported. PPA General Manager Santiago made the urge to at least make the passengers comfortable while waiting to board their ships amid Christmas rush. Additionally, Santiago called on Philippine Coast Guard and Maritime Industry Authority to continue monitoring safety and security in all ports. On to another story, the Department of Social Welfare and Development or DSWD allocated 56.50 million pesos quick response funds and 75.56 million pesos standby funds for those areas affected by flash floods in Visayas and Mindanao. In an earlier response, the department has already provided disaster relief packs to affected individuals and evacuees of the massive flood on Christmas. The SWD Disaster Response Operations Monitoring and Information Center estimated 15,487 families were affected across areas in Eastern Visayas, Region 10, and Caraga region. Moving on, the Department of Foreign Affairs has reported that there are over 7,000 overseas Filipino workers repatriated from the month of January to November of 2021. Here is the full story. As part of the Marcos administration's efforts to improve its response to the needs of Filipinos abroad, the Department of Foreign Affairs and the Palace reported that a total of 7,880 overseas Filipinos were repatriated from January to November of this year through the efforts led by the Office of the Undersecretary for Migrant Workers Affairs. In its accomplishment report presented to Malacanang, the DFA said 57.67% of this total number were from the Middle East, in which 942 overseas Filipinos and distressed overseas Filipino workers or OFWs were from Kuwait, while 70 were from Sri Lanka. President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. earlier said the coordination between the DFA and the newly created Department of Migrant Workers or DMW would strengthen in providing assistance to OFWs. Meanwhile, in its report, the DFA said it has issued a total of 3,589,620 passports from January to October 2022 and had opened an additional 6 temporary off-site passport services facilities. As of November this year, the agency has issued over 55,000 visas and more than 551,000 apostille certificates. For Golden Nation Network, this is Jasmine Cacho. Meantime, according to an audit conducted by the European Maritime Safety Agency or EMSA, over 400,000 Filipino seafarers have been at risk of sailing ban, indicating that the Philippines has not been complying with the international maritime safety standards. Earlier in 2022, the EMSA specified that the training and certification in Philippine maritime education institutions fell short of guidelines mandated by the International Convention on Standards of Training, Certification, and Watchkeeping for Seafarers. This indication could also result in the removal of the Philippines from the International Maritime Organization's white list of countries with seafarer employability. The Bureau of Customs or BOC seized smuggled onions with an estimated market value of 20 million pesos in northern Mindanao. According to Chief of Customs Intelligence and Investigation Service Justin Romangeli, the onions which came from China arrived at the Mindanao Container Terminal Port in Misamis Oriental on December 21, based at the Cagayan de Oro Port District. The cargo in 2 shipping containers was declared as bread and pastries. Weighing approximately 50 kilos, the onions were reportedly consigned to Anterzenmed Incorporated. And here's a recap of today's headlines.
Here are today's headlines. Nationwide SIM card registration begins today. DICT launches 24/7 SIM registration complaint center. Gasoline and kerosene prices increase, diesel expected to roll back. DOLE releases holiday pay rule for December 26 special non-working day. DSWD allots 56.50 million pesos quick response fund for flood-hit areas in Visayas, Mindanao. 20 million pesos worth of smuggled onions seized in northern Mindanao. Fair and balanced news. Comprehensive reports that will take you to the heart of the action. This is News Force.
And those were the top stories of the day. Stay updated on the day's biggest stories. Get updates on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Golden Nation Network. I am Jasmine Cacho, and this is News Force.